Hey there, folks. Welcome to Advisory. I hope you guys are all doing well. As it said in the last slide, you should have your report cards out and in front of you right now. Teachers, those were left in your box for sixth period teachers. So make sure that everybody has their report card in front of them. Like we do most times when report cards come out, we're going to do a little bit of reflecting. We're also going to take some time to reflect on how we are just in general as a school culture. And we're going to answer that in the form of a form. So that's why you'll need your computer, or if you don't have a computer in the class that you're in right now, a phone will work as well. So on the next slide, you'll see the bit.ly link as well as the QR code, if that's easier for you. I want you to take your time and answer independently and thoughtfully and honestly with all of these questions. Once you're done, make sure you show your teacher the confirmation screen, which should look a little like that over there, and then use the rest of advisory time to read or work quietly while others finish filling out the form. This is what the form looks like. You'll put your first name, your last name, your student ID. Tell us who your sixth period teacher is, the teacher that you have right now, and that is a big, long alphabetized list. So find your teacher's name. So there will be two sections of this form. The first will be the report card reflection. So you'll need to have your report card in front of you for this. On a scale of 1 to 5, how satisfied are you with the grades on your report card? On your report card, which grade are you most proud of? This could be one that you've always been really good at, or it could be a grade that you have improved over time in a class that might have been difficult for you. So what grade are you most proud of? We've got one more quarter, one more grading period that we have just begun over the last 2 weeks. And so after looking at your report card and how you've done last semester as well as last grading period, quarter 3, what grades do you need to increase this last quarter? You might have to do some math. If you're close to failing a class, then you might need to get a really good understanding of what you need to make in the class this quarter so that you do not fail that class, so that you get your credits. But overall, what are the grades that you really want to focus on this last quarter to increase? For any of the grades that you do need to increase, what is your plan to increase those grades? All right, it's not enough to just say, I want that grade to increase. We have to make a plan, right? And so some examples could be tutoring, turning in work on time, going to class every time, things like that. But I want you to be specific. Don't use just my examples, all right? If you're going to go to tutoring, when do you plan on going to tutoring? Who are you going to ask for tutoring help? If you're going to try to turn in work on time, what is your plan to make sure you don't miss deadlines? Do you have a calendar or a to-do list? Things like that. So be as specific as possible. And then the last question under the report card section, for any classes that you will be taking an exam in, that'd be STAR, EOC, AP exams, or finals. We talked about some of these tests yesterday. Do you feel prepared to pass that exam? And the answers range all the way from strongly yes to probably not. Yes, I'm ready to take it tomorrow. Yes, I'm not ready yet, but I'll be ready on test day. I'm not sure if I'll pass one way or the other. No, it'll be a miracle if I pass, or no, I'm too far behind in this class and I don't feel like I'm going to pass the exam. So, any classes that you have these types of exams for, how do you feel about those exams? And then the second half of this form is just for us to see how you're doing. Next week, we're going to be taking the more in depth panorama survey that will encompass the entire school year and how things have gone. But we want to hear from you first in this form. So answer these questions just 1 through 5. Strongly disagree is 1, strongly agree is 5. Try not to answer in the neutral middle. All right, try to either end up on the 4 or 5 side or the 2 1 side. Because really, a neutral is kind of a negative. The positives are the 4 and the 5. The next question is, I feel that the adults in this school care about me and want the best for me. In general, the expectations and rules of this school make sense to me. In each class, my teacher's rules, expectations, and procedures are clear to me. I know what I am expected to do in order to graduate from WT White. And the last one like this is, I am going to graduate from WT White. And that's all from 1 strongly disagree all the way up to 5 strongly agree. And finally, on the last 4 questions, it's for us to hear from you in your own words. So we've got some short answer questions here. The first one is, as of right now, what are your plans after you graduate? And you may not even be close. You may be a freshman right now, and that's not even on your radar yet, and that's okay. But just in general, what do you think you might want to do after you graduate? Even if that answer changes, just what are you thinking right now? Next, I want you to take an opportunity to shout out one of your teachers or another staff member. Who's the adult on campus that you want to recognize for doing a great job, and what have they done that is so awesome? I'm really excited about this one. We always get some really sweet answers, and I will send your answers to those teachers. Honestly, there is no better feeling as a teacher than hearing directly from a student that you are doing a good job. So take a moment, think about one of your teachers or a staff member that's doing a really good job and let them know. And the last two are, what is your favorite thing about this year so far? And that could be anything from school to life to anything. What is your favorite thing about this year so far? And then what else should we know about how the year has gone so far? If you didn't get a chance to put it on any of the other answers, this can be the miscellaneous answer section. You can put whatever you want. And after you finish answering those questions thoughtfully, honestly, and independently, you can click submit and make sure that you show your teachers the confirmation screen that says that you have submitted the form. But that's all from me. I'll leave you to it. Go ahead and go to the next slide, get into the form, and start filling it out. Be good to yourself and others, and I will see you tomorrow.